All right, thank you guys. Southampton takes on Manchester City, and that's going to be a 2 p.m. Eastern kickoff. Man City's the $3 favorite. Total's 3.5. Juice to the under. The draw's plus 450, and if you like Southampton, they're plus $7 for some moneyline cash. And following Friday's sports wagering action, I'm 5-1 in my last 6 daily best play premium sports picks on patreon.com/BrockPage. And of course, that's a website where I sell really great sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. We'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. We also have a bunch of different great memberships, tiers, and packages on that site as well. And one of those packages is called the Board Member Tier Package, as I am currently 3-0 my last 3 picks in that membership. If you want to check out the website, I invite you to do that right now. You are more than welcome to do that. If you want to browse a little bit, maybe check out my current record. Link for that site is in the description section below. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. Now, Southampton's lost 5 out of their last 8 league contests. They were shut out in 3 out of those 5 defeats. And also during that span, Southampton lost to the likes of 16th place West Ham United and 12th place Newcastle United. They also given up a ton of goals thus far in the season. They rank 17th in total goals allowed. Meanwhile, on the other side, Man City's coming fresh off a 4-0 shutout victory over Liverpool. Granted, Liverpool, they already locked up the league. I get that. Having said that, though, Man City's last 5 straight victories all came by way of impressive shutouts, as they currently rank 5th in the Premier League in total goals allowed. They're allowing just 0.96 goals per contest. Very sound defensively. Man City's currently 21-8 on the season with just 3 draws. They also lead the Premier League in scoring. Now, total-wise, oddly enough, 2 out of Man City's last 3 stayed under the total of 3.5 goals. 11 out of their last 13 also stayed under that number. Meanwhile, on the Southampton side, 2 out of their last 3 stayed under that total themselves. They also saw 5 out of their last 8 stay under the 3.5. Give me Manchester City -1, getting the job done for some goal line cash, and the under 3.5 goals in that contest. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and welcome you to the video. Got some lines and personal leans out for Sunday's international soccer action. We're going to cover a bunch of different organizations here. But before we dive into some more of that, I just have to quickly, remind you once again that after Friday's sports wagering action, we're currently 5-1 in our last 6 daily best play premium selections on patreon.com/BrockPage. And of course, once again, that's a website where I sell really good sports pick subscriptions beginning at just $1.99 through the end of the month. There's also a bunch of different great memberships, tiers, and packages that you can subscribe to. We'll bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. And one of those packages is called the Board Member Tier Package. It gives you access to every single play that I post. And we are currently 3-0 in our last 3 Board Member Tier Package picks in that category. I strongly recommend you at least consider using the website for sports picks. They're my personal plays, games that I personally have action on. And once again, that's patreon.com/BrockPage. And with that said, we're going to dive into the Spanish La Liga, the Primera División, and I'm talking about Villarreal squaring off against FC Barcelona, 4 p.m. East. Barcelona's laying $1.25, totals 3.5 juice to the under. The draw is plus 275, and if you like Villarreal in the upset, they're plus 320 for an outright win. Now, Villarreal is coming fresh off a 2-0 shutout victory against Real Betis. They also beat Valencia by the same exact score. Villarreal hasn't lost a match in their last 7 straight, and they pitched shutouts in 6 out of those last 7. Villarreal is currently in 5th place out of 20 teams in Spanish La Liga. They also rank 3rd in the league in scoring. Meanwhile, on the Barcelona side, well, guys, they haven't lost a match in their last 7 straight themselves. And as a matter of fact, 3 out of their last 4 outings ended in draws. Barcelona is currently in 2nd place in the league. They're just 4 points behind Real Madrid for the top spot. Barcelona leads the league in scoring and also has a record of 21-5 with 7 draws on the season. Now, total-wise, three out of Barcelona's last 5 stayed under the total of 3.5 goals. 6 out of their last 9 also stayed under that number. Meanwhile, on the other side, Villarreal saw their last 2 straight stay under the 3.5. 6 out of their last 8 also stayed under that total. Give me the draw of plus 275 in the under. 3.5 goals in that contest. All right, next matchup I have for you, it is going to be an Italian Serie A. I'm talking about Napoli squaring off against Roma, and that's going to be a 3:45 p.m. East. Napoli, they are plus 105, totals 2.5 juice to the over, draws plus 260. And if you like Rome in an upset, they're plus 250 as an underdog play. Rome's coming fresh off an embarrassing 2-0 shutout loss to 13th place Udinese in their last outing. They were also shut out by AC Milan by the final of 2-0 in their contest before that, thus putting them currently in a 2-match losing streak. They're taking on a pretty strong Napoli squad who's lost just 1 out of their last 10 themselves, and that includes 4 shutout efforts during that span. Napoli ranks 7th in total goals allowed and currently finds themselves in 6th place in the standings, just 3 points behind this Rome club. Now, total-wise, 4 out of Napoli's last 5 stayed under the total of 2.5 goals. 7 out of their last 10 also stayed under that number. Meanwhile, on the other side of things, Roma saw 3 out of their last 5 stay under the 2.5 themselves. Give me Napoli plus 105, winning this one outright, and the under 2.5 in that match. All right, next contest I have for you, it is going to be in the Portuguese Primeira Liga. I'm talking about Tondela versus Famalicão, 2:15 p.m. East. Famalicão is the plus 130 favorite, totals 2.5, juice to the under. The draw is plus 215. And if you like Tondela, they're plus 220 for some money line cash. Now, Tondela is winless in their last 3 straight, including a 2-0 shutout loss to Sporting. They also lost by multiple goals, 3-1, to 13th place Pacos during that short stretch as well. Tondela has been victorious in just 2 out of their last 16, and they were held scoreless in 7 of those contests. Tondela is currently in 15th place out of 18 clubs in the Primeira Liga. They've won just 7 out of 29 total contests. Tondela also ranks 14th in total goals scored. They're averaging just 0.82 goals per contest on the season. They are taking on a Famalicão ball club who's lost just 1 out of their last 7 themselves, and that includes a very impressive 2-1 victory over first place FC Porto. They also took care of Gil Vicente by the final of 3-1 during that stretch as well. Famalicão is currently in 6th place in the standings. They're just 5 points behind 4th place Braga, and they also rank 6th in total goals. Now, oddly enough, though, Famalicão's last 3 straight stayed under the total of 2.5 goals. 4 out of their last 6 also stayed under that total. Meanwhile, on the other side, Tondela saw 6 out of their last 7 stay under the 2.5 themselves. Give me Famalicão plus 130 in the under 2.5 goals in that contest. All right, next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be in the English Championship. I'm talking about West Bromwich taking on Hull City, 10 a.m. Eastern kickoff. West Brom's minus 285, totals 2.5 juice to the over. The draw is plus $4, and if you like Hull City in an upset, they're plus $7 for some plus money cash. Hull City's been victorious in just 1 out of their last 15, and they were held scoreless in 6 of those contests. Hull City's currently in 19th place out of 24 total teams, and they rank 23rd out of 24 teams in total goals allowed. Really bad defensively. Meanwhile, West Brom on the other side, they've dropped just 2 out of their last 11 league matchups themselves. They held their opponents scoreless in 7 of those contests. They're also coming fresh off a very nice, very impressive 3-0 shutout victory over Sheffield Wednesday in their last outing. Now, West Brom is currently in 2nd place in the standings, just 1 point behind Leeds for that top spot. They're currently 20-6 on the season with 14 draws. They also rank 3rd in total goals allowed. They're giving up just 0.95 goals per contest for the season. Now, total-wise, 5 out of West Brom's last 6 league matches stayed under the total of 2.5 goals. Give me West Bromwich -1, getting the job done for some goal line cash, and the under 2.5 in that match. All right, guys, that's going to do it from me. Don't forget to check me out on my website, but most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, happy Saturday or Sunday to you, depending on when you're watching this. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.